man, I wish I could open up this grill. Wow, that's going to be a chore. I mean, it's tiny, these tiny little... Welcome back to the Workbench, where we try to make things. What we're continuing to try to make today is Revell's Ford FD-100 kit, the Foose design kit that they put out a while back, that we're doing a lot different. And if you want to get caught up on those differences, check the description down below. There's a link down there to a playlist. Get caught up on all the differences we're doing with this kit. But right now what we've been working on is the motor and the front end. Not huge updates today. A lot of work going on, but it's not big changes. So let's just take a quick look at what has changed. First of all, with the motor, it's not much because I'm really waiting on, I've got the candy, it's blood red candy, what is it, Candy 2.0 from Createx Colors. Anyways, this has to be, I need to mix this with 40-30 balancing clear, which I don't have. So I've got to get that before I can shoot the body color over top of the gold base on these motor parts. So I can't move forward too much until I get that done. But I did go ahead and put in fact, let's show it down below where you can probably see a little better. I did go ahead and put in the pulleys that I can. Now I can't get the pulley on the supercharger yet because that's going to also be body color and I need to get that painted before I start gluing things to it. But I did get the pulleys put in the block, the main part of the motor here. And I did finish painting up the air filter, intake, throttle body, all this stuff here. And I left the K&N filter just like a stock K&N filter, where it's just black. I thought about doing chrome, but then I thought, man, I really don't want a bunch of chrome on this car. That's not what I'm after. So I left it just black. And I think I kind of like how that looks. Hopefully you guys can see it pretty well down here below. I think it looks pretty good. I'm gonna leave it black for now. Unless, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. If all you guys hate it, I can go in and do it chrome or silver or something else. But a stock K&N filter that's what it looks like. It's black with that kind of red, I guess you would say. It's kind of red wine color. I don't know what color. I don't know, whatever color that is for the filter itself. Anyway, so that's basically what's going on with the engine. But what I really wanted to talk about and give an update on is the body work that's going on. So let me go ahead and bring over the body itself, the cab, I should say, the cab itself. We can take a quick look at where we've got. So you can see I've started building in this bottom. I don't want to call it a body line because it's actually structure. Let me pull the grill out. This is our Bronco grill. If I can get it out of there. Come on out of there. I'll put the hood back on just so we can kind of see this line that's going around. And if you're new, basically we have the core support for the truck, for the F-100, and that's what kind of gives us our structure and basically sets our fenders as to where they need to be. So that's why that's been glued in and is in there. But then a bunch of it's actually been cut away. You can see it actually got cut away all the way up into here because we then grafted in basically the core support from a Bronco, which is this structure here. And now I want to form that in as far, let me get some of the point width so my hands out of the way. I want to form in this body shape all the way around. So you can see we've got that roughed in. And in fact, before we even talk about it, let me kind of show a picture, a reminder, I guess, of what it was supposed to end up looking like. And you can see in that picture that there was a, that's kind of standard metal front bumper, and but behind that was a whole bunch of body. was a bunch. That's what we ended up cutting out, all of that out, and now we're building in our own body shape. That's why we had added in, if I can show them, had added in these dams back here. And I just lost let me restart my lower camera. I don't know what happened. I'll show you up top. Bottom camera went out, so we'll do this from up top. I added in these, what I was calling dams, basically a structure back here that was glued into the main body so that we could add filler. And our filler, filler's not getting too thick. First worry, because I thought about maybe I have to go to a fiberglass filler, but it's just, I think at the most, you can see here, by the way, it's not this thickness, it's not this thickness here, it's just this, so about 1/8 of an inch. And so I'm okay with that. I don't think we're going to have issues with it cracking. The structure's nice and strong. I mean, I wouldn't bang it in the front. I mean, that would probably break stuff. But basically we've got, I think, how do we say this? The base laid, the structure in place, and now I need to go in and kind of find. You know, you can see I got some pits here, and I need to fine tune. Let me put the grill back in so you can kind of see the idea again. I need to fine tune, tighten up right in these areas, right here. So this corner, I need to tighten it up around the grill. Follow that shape of the grill. This side is actually already a little bit better, a little closer, but I need to tighten that up around there, clean that up, and then of course we're setting this line down here because that's where the bumper is going to match up here. Hopefully, let me make sure you guys can see what we're doing here. So that's where the bumper is going to match in up front, and then we've got something that's going to resemble a Bronco front end, kinda, because we are going to be removing, and I haven't mentioned this. A lot of people have been commenting, and thank you for commenting, because I asked, should we leave the Bronco or remove it? And pretty much everybody commented, and the same way I feel, we need to remove the word Bronco here. So what we might end up doing, I don't know, we might just leave it blank. We need to work in, we could work in turn signals or running lights or something like that. I don't know. I do also, man, I wish I could open up this grill. Wow, that's going to be a chore. I mean, it's tiny. These tiny little holes is what we'd have to try to open up to make this, you know, make the grill open so it would pass through, and then we could maybe see the radiator and whatnot. That'd be quite the chore. I guess this is a good time to mention, I am going to be buying a second kit. I'm going to talk about why. So I will have a second grill. So maybe I'll just, oh no, you know what? I'm buying a second kit for the FD-100, not for the Bronco. So here's my concern is I don't want to destroy this grill and then we'll have a big issue. But I guess I've spilt the beans, the cat's out of the bag. I don't know. The beans are out of the bag and I spilt the cat, whatever it is. I don't know. But I think I'm going to have to buy a second kit because I wanted to talk about the bed. So we've been doing all this body work on the cab, but the bed's going to get a ton of work too. Mainly, I don't have a wheel here. The wheels are going to be sitting so low that they hit the top of the fender. So what I've decided we probably need to do is extend the height of the fender would be the best solution. I don't want to move the fender because then that moves things there. Also, it moves this line. I want to keep this right where it's at, this the opening, the body line here for the opening. So I just want to add to the top, and then the wheel will sit deeper. And then because this doesn't move, there will be more coverage of the rear wheel, if that makes sense. The easiest way I know to do that, well, there's different options that we could do to do this. One way would be, you could build a buck and then vacuum form, the shape you want, and then add that in, cut it out, mold in the new extension up top. That seems like a lot of work, kind of hard. I guess you could 3D print it. You could I don't like that option. I don't like using. I don't know. I don't have a 3D printer, so it's kind of not an option. But we are a lot closer on one. Just wanted to mention that. But a 3D printer, that is. So that's not really an option, I guess. To me, the easiest option is to have another set of these fenders. Cut the top off one set of fenders. Cut it off the bed. Splice that on top of this. We'll be cutting out the top of this fender and then splicing into the top of it. And that's, I think, going to be the easiest way to do that body work. So I am going to have to buy a second kit. And I don't mind doing it because they're on sale at Hobby Lobby for like $20. And it gives me the engine that comes in this kit's really nice. So it gives me that engine. In fact, that's the engine that we put in the Mustang a while back. If you're not familiar, go check the Mach 1 Mustang build. That engine went into that build. So I would have another one of those, which is a really nice engine. The wheels on this are nice. There's a lot of nice parts to this car, or to this truck, I should say. So I don't mind having them. And then maybe we can do something with the second kit. We're not going to have the rear bed to use, but what if we did this kit again, but as a flatbed? We built a flatbed for it or something like that. You know what I mean? That could be cool too. So we'll have another whole kit to do. So anyways, I was able to get it past the finance department. So we're going to do it. I got to get out there and get that. I've got to get out there and I want to try to find this stuff locally, the 40-30 balancing clear locally. I try to always buy everything locally. Do that. Buy everything locally. Buy from your local hobby shop, your LHS or whatever you want to call it. You know, if you can. I sure try to. So I'm going to try to find this stuff locally. I'm trying to find a kit. I know I can get the kit at Hobby Lobby for like $20 right now. So I'll do that. But I'm going to try to buy things locally. Now, I try as little as possible to use Amazon or any of those kind of things. Anyways, let me know what you think so far. Let me know what you think about the cab and how the front end's starting to look. The motor's coming together, I think, pretty well. You know, let me know what you think. I think the K&N filter, like I said, I'm just going to kind of leave it as is. Let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about how we're doing the bed of the truck. If you have a better idea, a better way to go about it, please let me know. I'm all ears. Trust me. I'm making this up as I go, so I'll take any advice I can get. Thank you for joining me. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that hype button if you can. That really does help. Subscribe if you want to keep up. Do all those things everybody tells you to do on YouTube. I got a lot of work to get back to, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.